Hello friends and welcome. I'm Sarah Liz and I am back with a sneak peek of the Spellbinders Club kits for May 2024 and I love these. Like I'm absolutely obsessed because I love critters. I love critter dies of all kinds from all brands and Spellbinders really knocked it out of the park for this one. I get 4 club kits sent to me before they release. That includes the large die of the month, the small die of the month, the 3D embossing folder, and the stencil of the month. So I'm going to show you what I've made. Here's 5 of them, but I have 1.5 more off to the side here. I'm going to talk to you about the sentiments on here, and then I'll share my top pick for the other kits that I don't get, things that I might purchase because I don't subscribe to all the clubs. Let's start with the large die of the month. We have 2 large flamingos and a couple different leg types, so you can get the one with the leg like tucked under. And then we have a bunch of different tropical leaves. They're a really great size, and a layered floral and a small floral. You get a ton in this die set. So I made this card first, and actually I thought I was going to put a flamingo on here, but it was competing too much with the background. But I love this background. So I cut these 3 leaves in different shades of green and put those onto some pale blue cardstock. And then I did another layer of leaves in black. This flower is the small flower here. And then the little dot that you could also use for cheeks on that flamingo are the center of the flower. Because I thought I was putting a flamingo on there, I got to almost done and I wasn't sure what to do with it. So this is the card sketch from the most recent emergency card kit, the one that came out in April for moms and babies. So I just layered up my emergency sentiments, and then this is a pretty generic birthday sentiment, but I do have a kit that will release on the 6th. It's absolutely free, that is designed to go with these dies. Then I made this card, and you can see how that flamingo really just was going to get lost on all that busy background. So I kept this one really simple. I used some of those same leaves and then my flamingo just on some patterned paper, and then holy flock, it's your birthday. And that is a free printable sentiment that will come out in the kit on the 6th. I also get the small die of the month, and it pairs beautifully with the large die of the month. There's my greenery and the background from the large die, my 3D embossing folder. But then we have this toucan, and there's a parrot. Look at that guy. I seriously thought that the toucan was going to be my favorite, but it might be this guy. You've got 2 beak options for the toucan. You can do the different colors across his beak, or there's a piece to do just a single color there. There's so many variations and ways that you could play with that. And then this one says toucan celebrate better than one. So we have 1 bird on the front and we have 2 toucan on the inside. It's another one of our emergency sentiments that will be out in the free kit on the 6th. Maybe my favorite sentiment in that set is shake your fabulous feathers and party hard. And I've got a little action wobbler here right behind my little parrot. Again, so many different color combinations. And this is a really clean and simple card. I am not known for being reserved or clean and simple. So I was pretty happy with this one and how it turned out. And then I just used a slightly smaller circle mat here. It's 1 7/8 instead of 2 inches to keep that really thin black border on my card. I will have tutorials for all of these cards. The first set of tutorials will come out on the 6th, and then the other one will come out a little bit later in the month. I'll try to figure that one out and put it in the description box below for you. In addition to the small die and large die of the month, I get the stencil of the month. This is a pretty new club, and we've been getting A2 stencils. Well, this is a 6x6, and it's only 2 layers, but I just love this one, right? It's super versatile. It works for lots and lots of occasions. So if you are trying to build your stash, you don't have a lot of supplies, this can be a little specific, but this works on so many different things. Here I've used it with our little parrot again, Flappy Flippin' Bird Day, okay? Here he is, and we made like a little fun fold. So I stenciled that background here, and then I cut that piece so that I could put part of it on the inside. There's a little trick to making this die fit all the way top to bottom. It's almost A2, but a little bit narrower than 4 1/4. And then that's the layered floral that is in the large die of the month, and it's beautiful, you guys. It's so good. I just followed the layers as they're designed, and it's really cool. So they have this sort of pattern in the middle, and as long as you make that pattern line up from one petal to the next, it will be layered perfectly together. So this little guy isn't done yet, right? I have plans to put him on one of the Trinity dies that's coming out on May 2nd, so I couldn't show it to you yet. But I wanted to show you that the birthday wreath add-on from Spellbinders has these party hats, and it's a little too big, kind of all on its own. I think it's cute, but it's definitely big. So I just cut it down. I trimmed it shorter, and then I trimmed off the ends of the frill on the front, and it's so cute. There is definitely a sentiment about a party parrot, okay? And it was designed to go with this guy in his party hat. And then this one's my favorite. So this is a fun fold, and it is a 5 by, I think it's 4 1/4. Yeah, 4 1/4 inch card, but she's thick, right? So she's gonna fit in a 5 by 7 envelope. If I adapted the measurements so she was a full 5 inches, you would really struggle to get that envelope closed. You do get a really great look of that 3D embossing folder here, and I just ink blended up a little ombre of blue onto some shimmer white cardstock. These embossing folders are huge. You can fit a half a sheet of cardstock in there, and I love, love, love that. And it's the same sort of tropical leaves that we had in the die, the large die of the month. Here is our layered floral. Again, really stunning from that large die of the month. I created a magnetic closure, though you certainly could do a Velcro closure, or if you don't mind that it's gonna pop open when it comes out of the envelope, you could do that. And it opens up to this giant display piece, okay? So you can see there's this panel that pops up in the middle. It will stand on display if I move our embossing folder, and it's so much fun. I adapted this fun fold from Club Scrap, their YouTube channel. I will link to her original video below. I was so impressed with her and the way that she explained it, though it is part of a scrapbook kit that she has turned into a card kit. So please know that. But I always want to give credit to people if I'm using or adapting their fun fold design or their pop-up mechanism or anything like that. I would hope that people would do the same for me. And I think she did a great job. So hers was an A2-ish. And then this one is like a 5 by 7. And I used some old holiday stuff. So this little hat is from Spellbinders. And then these lights. Oh, these lights I just love. This is a 2D folder that came out around Christmas last year. And then here on the inside, you get like a second sentiment. On the front, we have Fla La 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 Fabulous, and that's in the new kit that's designed to go with the May Club kits. But this one is from a Christmas kit that came out last fall. So I will link to that one in the description box below. Again, all of my kits, my emergency kits, are completely free for subscribers. If you don't like printable sentiments, there are lots of options for sentiments in the May Club kits from Spellbinders. I just like sentiments that are really kind of cheeky and fun, and I don't always get that when I'm looking at stamps and dies and things like that. But the better press of the month has Be Wild and Free on Your Birthday, and it's a nice large sentiment. And then the clear stamp of the month has Let's Get Together Soon, I Am Tickled Pink, Thanks, Hello. And then some really kind of sketchy images that are, again, great for coloring in. My top pick from the clubs I don't have is the Lattice Work 2D embossing folder. It's just as big as the 3D embossing folder, but a thinner lift when you're pressing your paper. And I just think it's really, really versatile. It'll be great for tons and tons of projects. And on cards like this big pop-up card that I've shown you, you really want a 2D folder on the inside or pattern paper. A 3D folder is going to be too thick. So I think sometimes we think of 2D folders as being less awesome than 3D, but I disagree. I firmly disagree. They just have different purposes. My other top pick, shockingly, is the stitched pineapple from the stitching die of the month because it's adorable. And I think you could do that without making it look overtly like you just didn't stitch it. I mean, or you could stitch it, but you know me, I'm not stitching anything. You can't make me do it. But it's super cute and whimsical, and I can imagine him with like some googly eyes or a pair of sunglasses or something really goofy. So I thought that was a lot of fun. If you're seeing a lot of clubs that you're kind of interested in, definitely take a look at the Deluxe Caboodle. It's the value club with 60% savings. So you get all 3 of the die sets, the small die, large die, and stitching die, both of the embossing folders. And again, all 5 of those things were in my favorites for the month. There's also a wax seal kit, a hot foil kit, a better press kit, a stencil, a stamp and coordinating die, and then there's monthly bonus items. And in the monthly bonus items, this time there is a better press set of sentiment plates. Apparently, it's your birthday, a little toucan of my appreciation. I will always stand by you. You are sweet to the core. But then there's also a set of layered stencils that go with the Glimmer of the Month. The Glimmer of the Month is stunning. It really, really is. That floral is gorgeous. And if you're not into coloring, those stencils could be really helpful and a lot of fun. In the description box below the video, I will link to all of the videos and emergency kits that I've shown you here, with the exception of the one that coordinates with these dies, since that one's not coming out on the 6th. So Monday, May 6th, you will have access to that one, and I will have a video tutorial that has probably half, maybe 4 of the cards that I've made so far. The description box will also have all of the supplies I've used on all of these cards, including links to the kits. They are not open for new subscribers yet. They will open on the 6th of the month. If you haven't subscribed to that kit in the previous month, then you can sign up. If you're interested in my free printable kit to go with these clubs, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you'll be notified when that video comes out and you don't miss anything. Thank you so much for spending your time with me, and I will see you next time.